Today I was listening a seminar by Murdock, and he shared 7 decisions that you need to make to become wealthy. And I really loved it, and because I loved it, I want to share the lessons that I took from him. And that I took a lot of different notes, and I truly believe that it's valuable lessons that every single person needs to learn to become wealthy. So let's get started. Small keys open big doors. Just before he started all decisions, he shared a few ideas, and I just loved it. Small keys open big doors. Always, that when you think about small activities that you start every single day, small habits that you start, you could open big habits. So that means small things could really open big doors. You take only one tire out of the car and the whole car loses the value. A lot of times when I think about, if someone said that whole the process how it's supposed to be, that means you need to keep all the things together to make the best out of it. Because he said that if you take one tire out of a car, you will not be able to use that car anymore. Exactly same with decisions. He said 7 decisions, you need to use all of them, otherwise it will not work. And he said that you change the equation, you change results. And it's interesting because he shared that H2O is water, but if you add extra H or 2, it will become poisonous. So that means you want to make sure that equation is exactly as it said. Otherwise, it could become not even healthy, but it could become poisonous. And he shared that decisions decide your wealth. So that means if you really want to become wealthy, you need to work on your decisions. Poverty and shame will come to him that refuses instruction. So that means if you really want to be wealthy, you need to follow instructions. That means that because success leaves clues, and if you follow those clues, you will become wealthy as well. So first decision, your decision to develop an inner persuasion that God wants you to be financially successful. There used to be a lot of beliefs that if you are poor and praying a lot, you will be a great faith person. No, but like a lot of times it's more important what you do with your time. That means you quality time. A lot of times money is seen as an evil, but money is not evil. And he shared the example, if you have a book and you slap someone in the face, you do not say that the book was bad. You say that the person who was holding that book is bad. Exactly the same with money. When someone is able to use that money for good, and some people are able to use money for bad things. So that means money is a good thing if you use it for the good things. So that means you need to start to believe that you're supposed to be financially free and financially successful. You can use your faith to endure your circumstances, or you can use your faith to change your circumstances. A lot of times people believe that, I will pray and I'll pray and I'll pray and I'll pray and situation will get better. No, you need to pray for a plan how you can get better. So that means you figure out more answers and start acting on them, and then you pray for those action steps, not pray altogether. Second decision was your decision to focus on successes of others. That means that I must get involved in goals of others. That means every single time when you go out and help other people, you will be helped as well. What you make happen for others, God will make it happen for you. So that means every single time when you go and pursue something and you help other people, you're not supposed to expect anything in return, because God will give you tenfold back what you help the person. Because a lot of times people are hoping to receive something back, and that is the wrong way of looking at any helping and giving people. Then he shared that pain is an opportunity to create a reward. When you see pain, you see opportunity. Become what's missing in their equation. A lot of times when you see that people are suffering, you potentially could look, how we could solve their pain. And when you solve their pain, you will be rewarded. And that's basically how the business is built. They are looking for problems, they solve the problem, and they get reward for that. The third decision, your decision to honor the chain of authority. That means he said that it's very, very important to call your parents every single day and honor your authority. It could be that your parents is not very honorable, but still you will be rewarded for the honor that you did for people. Honor needs to become your seed before it becomes your harvest. So that means if you really want to receive honor, you need to start giving honor. Because a lot of times people expect honor without really showing how to give honor. So that means when you give honor, this is a seed, and you will be able to receive and harvest honor later as well. The fourth question, your decision to focus your faith and passion on specific financial goals. There is specific financial goals. A lot of times people are looking more money, but that is not enough. And he shared that there was a lady asked and praying for more money and said, I need more money. And he was asking, how much money? More money. How much money? More money. And he gave it nickel and said that this is, you ask for more money, so I will give you more money. So that means if you really want to have more money, you need to be very specific what amount you need to have. And then you start sharing a lot of great things that I really loved it. You cannot differentiate between a friend and an enemy until you announce your goals. That means a lot of times there will be people who will not like your goals. And until you announce it, you will never figure out. When you announce your goals, your friends could confirm your loyalty to you. That means that when you announce your goals, some people will feel uncomfortable and they will not want to follow you, and they will not want to do anything with you because they don't want to change, and they will not want you to change as well. Your goals always remind you who you are. That means that you build your goals based on your beliefs. So when you look at what kind of goals you have, you always remind what is important to you and who you are as a person. Speak your expectations. That means that when you speak what you want, this is what you receive. That speak it, believe it, receive it. Until you set specific goals, you have no reason to put a value on your time. That's very, very powerful. Until you set specific goals, you have no reason to put value on your time. People do not value their time because they don't know what they're supposed to do with the time. But when you know exactly what you want to achieve, the time becomes much, much more valuable. Until you establish your goals, you don't know who belongs in your past and who belongs in your future. When I announce my financial goals, I unlock my magnetism for those who belong in my future, and I alienate and disconnect those who belong in my past. Those comfortable with your weakness may not be comfortable with your goals. And a lot of times when you will share your big goals, people who don't have big goals, they will feel disconnected, and it's okay because sometimes you need to cut ties with wrong people. Those who felt comfortable with you when you had nothing may feel uncomfortable when you say, come take a ride with me on my jet. That means that a lot of times when you are on the same page and the same bucket, and when you get out of the bucket and you become very successful, they feel very uncomfortable because they know that where you came from, and they had exactly the same opportunity, but they didn't change, and that makes them feel very uncomfortable. Information that doesn't change you is unnecessary. That means a lot of times when I think about wealth, a lot of times people say, okay, information is knowledge is power. But if you are not able to use that information, that knowledge at the moment for your goals, for your wealth, maybe you're not supposed to use it, look for information and really start acting. If I am today who I was yesterday, I did not learn anything. Because every single day is supposed to be learning something, and when you learn something, of course, you're becoming a different person. The difference between life seasons is my knowledge. So that means every time when you go through life, there's a lot of will be life seasons, and some life seasons are not as good as you would love to be, but because your wisdom is much higher, your knowledge is higher, you're able to handle those seasons much, much better. Decision number 5. And your decision to discern your divine role in every relationship. And he shares that there is a hidden gift in every relationship. Don't waste your energy on people who do not want to change. And he gave an example. Jesus never responded to people who needed him. He only responded to people who reached out for him. So that means when you think about mentoring people, you always need to mentor people only who reach out to you. You're not supposed to mentor people who just need you, because you always see that there is a lot of people who are in need, but you're not supposed to help them until they reached out for help. Pain doesn't create change. Pain creates a passion for change. And when people do not hurt bad enough, they do not pursue change. It's such an interesting thing because a lot of times people are in a lot of pain, but that pain is not bad enough for them to take action. The way you talk to me reveals how you perceive me. Every conversation reveals the level of respect. Sometimes this respect is a signal that they do not qualify to have access to you, and when wrong people leave your life, good things start to happen. That means a lot of times when you speak with people and they disrespect you, most time they do not qualify to be in your circle. So that means you need to really ask yourself, should they be in your circle? And he said, don't fight to keep something or someone in your life that doesn't belong in your life. Exactly the same with he shared H2O with the water. If there is something else in that equation that doesn't belong, it's supposed to get out. Otherwise, it will be poisonous. The sixth decision, your decision to become lifetime learner. And he shared that you need to become an authority on one topic that you choose and spend a lot of time in learning and becoming better in that topic. And ask yourself what we could do a little better every single day. And when you grow yourself, improve yourself, and become authority on one topic, of course you will have much more wealth. Seventh question, seventh decision is to make God your personal business partner. Who knows as much as God? No one. So that means if you have a God as a partner, he always will help and support your business. And you're always able to pray and ask, show me the plan, and he will show the plan. And you insist taking what God did not give you, he will take back something that he gave to you. That means a lot of times people want to have something in their lives, but they will not have it because it's not given for them. So that means you're not supposed to insist for that. And he gave example as well that 10% of income is a holy, and that doesn't belong to you. That belongs to him. So that means if you take that 10%, he will take whole 90% back out of you. So that means you need to be very careful. You need to use those 10% to use for your faith, and God will give you more, that 9% back to you. So there was a really amazing seminar, and I will put the link to that seminar below. It was English and Spanish notation, but it was a really great seminar, and I highly recommend to listen whole, because I shared the main my lessons, but I think that there is a lot of nuggets that you can find by yourself. I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.